Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches at TradeGATEHub, sponsored by TradeView Markets. Okay, it's July 25th. We're entering earnings season again. As I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, or actually the past week, it might be peak inflation, peak oil. I might have changed, it changes actually weekly or day by day, but it still looks that way. And markets had a nice run, and the Qs are giving back a dollar. SPYs are still positive. So my theme going forward this week is really from the research I've done. It's really not, and first of all, let me sign into TradeGATEHub. And this is how I sign in. This is how everybody signs in. We're not hypocritical here at TradeView Markets. We do the same as everybody else. We follow the process. We try to make it that easy. Okay, let's log in. All right, Monday morning, being the most important data, Coach Goodbye IWM is showing relative strengths that's evidence in the banks and the oils. Already yawning on a Monday morning. I've been up for a while. Let me take a shower yet. Okay, IWM is showing strengths. Okay, so Monday morning, go back here, and this is the YouTube channel. Go back and press videos, and this is our daily, our weekly, our monthly. This is basically our video dossier about what Coach and I and all the other traders in the room are doing. So go back and look what happened last week. You know what I mean? Go back 5 days ago. We even go back to Tuesday. Coach and I do a weekly segment, if you will, and that's the one with the most amount of views. And quite honestly, it's the most interesting one for me as well. So always go back there to see what happened the past week. I do it. I mean, I always review everything, and it depends really how far I go back. But let me go out here. Let me knock out here. Okay. This is a market right now, and I'll go to the SPYs because I wanted to log in to TradeGATEHub before I went into anything. Okay, here's the picture on the SPYs. Okay, nice. Here's the picture on the Qs. IWM, by the way, pulling back the 50-day on the Qs. IWM coaches, same right there. I mean, that's a nice pullback to all the moving average seem to be curling up. It's in the midst of earnings season. Here's the chart on the USO crude. Okay, here's a chart on GLD. Yikes. Here's a chart on Newmont mining. Even yikes, even further. Look at this one. My Lord. Bad hold. Anyway, okay. So it's not really like I don't believe from what I'm gathering from my peers and the research I'm doing here and the research also that I post, it's not really fear of missing out. It's fear of underperforming. You know what I mean? Stocks didn't make a move. I mean, everybody's stocks didn't make a move. What's an example? I made a big move recently. Let's look at the Roblox. Okay. The stock never made a lower low going back from the beginning of May until the middle of May. Stock went from 25 to 40. So you know what? As the VIX approaches where we are on the VIX, there's the chart on the VIX. If people are underperforming, you got to start putting. The coach made a good point, by the way, when the VIX was down, when the VIX was up, and then the market pulled back a little. Last time it did that, we had a nice pullback. And if we're going on the tangents, but the bottom line this week is fear of missing out. Don't worry about missing out. It's a Monday afternoon. Go back and review all the trades we made. Some people having six. We have clients making seven-figure trade swings in a week. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It's only Monday morning at 11 a.m. So let's take it easy here. So let's go to the routine. That's first and foremost. Whether we're a short-term, medium, or long-term trader. Hold on. Okay. Thank you for posting, guys. Very good. Here's our macro view. Do it, read it over again. If you don't have time for me to go over it verbally, also go back to the YouTube button. It'll be posted later, as well as Coach's 9:30 a.m. video, which is the first thing I do. They asked me what time I want to do the videos, and I couldn't do it 9:30, which Coach does. I said 11 o'clock because by the time I'm over here, it's 11:30. It's slow lunchtime training. Before I review everything, I also go watching Coach's videos. I mean, that's more of a macro. It's in my routine now, and it's healthy. You know what I mean? It's working, if you will. All right, composite view. We came in. Now what are we down? Now it's mixed. It's stock picking. XLB, true. Lennar had, well, you know what? Tight spread. Hold on, Lewis. Give me a second. You're right, by the way. I don't know why when people comment, I always have to hold Lewis, hold on a second. I got you. All right. Every time when I scroll up and someone comments, I have to keep scrolling up again. I don't know if that's something that the team could fix, but if someone comments and I'm here, it goes all the way back to the beginning. But hold on, Lewis, I see what you're posting. Okay, this week, macro market view. Okay, stock picking. Look what Goldman says. This is what I'm gonna be posting. This is the actual Goldman talk. We pay high money, good money for this. CFTC weekly report. Gold bugs are falling like dominoes. Today's no different. Elevated by Newmont Mining had earnings. See what it closes though. Copper, same thing. So that's for the coach. S&P, VIX, crude and gold. All right, so the VIX this morning, it's an indicator. Crude, we had a nice day here. We're right in the middle. We're up, what, $1 on crude or a couple of percent on crude, just like our short-term stock sentiment. We're in the middle. Crude's in the middle. All right, even, what is this? Gold down a little bit. So big deal. Hedge fund exposure is still short. Sector sentiment, just always go by the best of breed to see how the sector rotation is doing. And I'll go by that later in the week. I'm trying to get the data out and it's to articulate before I get into anything else. And also there's going to be a day part of this week where I'm just going to sign on and I'm going to talk to myself and trade. I'm going to show you my screens. I'm going to click on. I'm not even going to say. I'm going to talk out loud. Like, all right, I'm going to buy some here. If I point to MU, I'm going to think in my mind. If I'm saying maybe I don't like, I'm going to verbally talk out loud what's going on in my head. That's Lewis. You brought that up, right? That would be good. Goldman sentiment indicator, short squeeze candidates. A couple are up today. Equity put call, nothing really that big. They're right in the middle, so it's stock picking. Scheduled earning releases for the week. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me go to something better. Get out of there. Scheduled earnings for the week. Normally I would have to blow that up and look into it, but I want to go down to, again, the process that I go through. Earning whispers. Who's got earnings this week? I know who is, but I'm just showing you my process. Okay. Weekly. So we got Apple. We have Amazon, the big five. All right. We have Fang, Meta, Shop, all best of breeds in every respective sector coming through this week. All right. So there's no rush. Like we were saying 6 months ago, the charts to a degree are slightly irrelevant, more relevant than they were, but the theme, the past, whatever, how, has been how these stocks are acting that got hurt are acting into earnings. And by the way, there are a lot of positive ones, except for Newmont Mining. So what do we have into earnings? NSNAP. Let's share. We had Micron acting well into earnings still, if you will. The banks, Citibank after earnings. Goldman, how you doing? Coming up there. What other ones we have? Roblox hanging in there, didn't have earnings. So coming up to this week, this is the meat of everything. Don't give away dimes this week when there's dollars to be made ahead as the futures go lower. Okay, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Shop, UPS, Boeing, Exxon, all best of breeds in their respective area. Coke, arguable. Roku, it's a little bit more of a niche, arguable. General Motors, Qualcomm, Pfizer, GE, Chevron. Newmont already had it this morning. Philip Morris, TDOC, the squeezers are even there. ADM, Archer Daniel Midlands. Look at that one from the ag sector, if you will. I consider an ag. So look at CF today, having a huge day. Let's look at Moss. They're going to these today. That's a negative sign for the market. What's going down here? Nougat, Snap, Nerve. SI was a good, decent trade. I got out of that. But let's continue with the routine. Okay. So that's who. Okay. The fear of missing out has abated. Now it's fear of underperforming that seems to be more prevalent. All right. So look at who has earnings. Don't listen. Like I said, don't worry about dimes in between them when after everything settles. And we had a good week last week when stocks were showing their hand and separating from the cream of the crop. So let's not get nickel and dime when there's more dollars to be made at the end of the week or during the week, even tonight, if you will. Who has them? You know what? Let me go back to TradeGATEHub. I posted them here today. Who has earnings after and who has earnings before? Right here. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm sharing. So tonight, who are we interested in? Now I'm going through. Now I'm talking out loud in myself, if you will. I'm not interested in anyone tonight so far. FF5E maybe. NXPI. The semi. It's the former Broadcom. So that's that's a semi move. That strikes me. RRC, the natural gas, the big daddy. Whirlpool. Gerard brought it up. Thanks, G. Pre-market tomorrow morning. Nothing that big yet. 3M, Coca-Cola, okay. GLW, let's keep an eye out for the optical sector. Kimberly-Clark, for some reason, Lewis loves it. Loves that stock. GM, macro more than anything. I bet you GM is going to move more of the market than General Motors itself tomorrow. Pulte Homes. So you get the picture. UPS. All right. So that's who has earnings. So today's Monday, naturally. Tuesday, I would say Tuesday AM, things are going to start to heat up. And tomorrow at 11 o'clock is the Tuesday macro power day with Coach and I. So as we approach from 11:15 today to tomorrow at 11 o'clock, as I said, I'm not going to be nickel and diming myself. I'm going to be planning, and this is a planning situation. As I said, let's go back to TJ's, the theme of the week, and anybody that cares to argue, it's open forum. Complaints, comments, and questions are encouraged. What's the theme of this week? I said the theme of this week. What is it? I'm going to stick to it too, as I always stick to the plan, unless there's something dramatic that happens. It's theme of the week, theme of the week, theme of the week. SLI. All right. Theme this week is stalking. See who acts well and who has acted well after numbers and after they settle. So naturally, I made this plan, 4 hours ago? That's still the plan. It's not going to change. All right. Early whispers. The early industrial reporters have seen positive reactions so far. Those are the ones I was trying to think of just a little while ago that was acting well into earnings. So we had Citicorp, which I mentioned. UAL acted very well. State Street. It's a couple of banks and airlines, but still good. So I post another one to these movers in the morning. WWE. Like I said, who hasn't done a Jimmy Superfly Snook on their cousin or their sibling? And that's why World Wrestling, the guy Vince McMahon, he's out. There's really not many successors or visionaries. I did my research on this because I once had it as a takeover. Myron, if you're there. Okay, top earnings. Good communication. Upgrades and downgrades happen every day. We give them every day. All right, so getting back to here. I posted my little universe. Punched up what was active. Any questions? Lewis, XLB. So let's look at Lunar. I had a nice short Lunar on that on Friday. We talked about it. Went up to the 200-day on no volume. It actually had volume there. Stock went from 85 to 81. I get it, but there's a lot of support underneath, Lewis. Goldman Sachs looked like it went negative. Siga, Tweet, Snap, DLO, Newmont. All right, so what's moving now? Like I said, I'm not going to be doing much. I have to have my last doctor's appointment in a couple of hours. So let me go to what the wise guys do, because they matter most at this time. Let's go to the Twitter feed, my Twitter feed. I actually am thinking out loud as we speak. Rose above the 50-day support. Go to the swing trade bot guy. He's a follow guy. It's a person, believe me. But this is good. 2 seconds ago, he posts 8 seconds ago. You don't have to spend $200 a month on an active query. 50-day support today. I don't know why Baidu's on there, but it should be, and it will be. Another stock. What about this? Rose above only 7 minutes ago. So if you don't have a query like this, let's look at bar chart. Another one that I used. It's free. I actually have proprietary ones, but I'm just giving you an example for you guys. Actually, let's go to bar chart. Let's go to stock scanner. Stockbeat.com. Stocks. Oh, how about this? Up today on your high relative volume. Redbox, VS, Siga, posted it 4 times. MP, PIK, MP materials. I had it the other day, 29. No, 38. MP. 29 it was. There's my chart in MP when I look back. I didn't leave much on the table, but I saw this material thing coming. You know what? Move $2. Not interested. Okay, so here you go. Stockbeat.com. New highs. You want to do them by time right here. New highs as of 11/18. LNT, Lockheed, SM, oils, SM Energy. I had SU overnight. Why did I sell it? Damn, this SU. I had SU overnight. I like the chart. It held the moving average until the 200-day. I think I sold it like 31.40. Let's look at Schlumberger had earnings, pulled back. Exxon, be careful. SU I liked. I should have bought the best of breed Exxon because that's the one that I went to. Let's look at Chevron earnings later in the week. Yet to be determined. All right, let's go back to what's moving. or we can go to bar chart. You know what? You don't need bar chart because if you have bar chart, you have TradeView right here, stocks. Top US losers of the day. Boom. You don't even have to go back. What's this one? Let's look at one right here. Weber. Nazi Weber. Go to the chart. PGY, the big mover on Friday. I posted 19 times, right? What else? You can just go right here to these charts. Newmont Mining, bottom left. Any base on this pig? 46.16. Now let me talk about, I posted, if you want to consider nibbling on Newmont, I said first post was 46. No, I have to look. Let's look. And I'm going to tell you why. Where's the post on Newmont this morning? If you want to try to concentrate, and I know a couple of people do, some don't. Where was the contra on Newmont? All right, bought some Newmont first day at 46.30 right here. Why? Why did I pick that number? Somebody should be asking me, well, not why. Okay, Mike likes Newmont. Why does he like it at that specific number? That's the real question. I'm not saying it's going to go up, but if I'm looking at it, why? Okay, Newmont. He has the daily, has the volume, the RSI is the lowest it's been in some time. But then I went to the weekly on Newmont. And Newmont weekly. Daily. Weekly. The weekly I like 51. Why did I pick 46.30? Oh, it was right here. Monthly. Yeah, right here. Now it's I picked 46.30 because of here, but now we might be looking at 44.75 on the month. Look, you know, it shouldn't even be buying at the bottom line. It's more of a macro view right here. I bought it at 46.30. I'm not going to let it go below there. I'm not going to lie. I don't have much, but it's enough to freaking annoy me. PDD acting well. Tesla. All right. So here's the thing on Tesla. Made a nice move. 200 day. You like it to see back. If I mean, it went up on huge volume. It's pulling back, even though the volume is skewed. If you go back here, it's skewed. So it went up on tremendous volume. It's pulling back on low volume. What do you want to see? Philip Morris, not what you want to see when the markets go. So right here, I see oil is breaking higher on the day as Microsoft. You know, right now I'm just looking at charts and leaders. I'm not really to take a mega position. Siga pulled back. LUV, nice run. If it pulls back that much, no real big deal. CF, I said this going up $4, not the best of signs. IWM, coach said it was leading. By the way, coach made a great call on Bitcoin over the weekend, late Friday. Really good call. I learned not only was it a good call, I learned that 3 drive, man. I love that. It's like a 3 driver, you know, it's like a 3 wood. AR, oil stock, PXD, oil stock breaking high. FANG, the other FANG going higher. I don't know why I sold SU. I liked it too. I don't know. Where's Newmont? Nothing. GLD. Where's GLD? GLD. Not even breaking low and Newmont's going low. So that stock's over. Moss going with CF. Red box, the low floater everybody's telling me about. Not interested. Red box, there's a low floater from 3 to 6. Not in it. You know what I mean? It's not, I missed it. The one stock went from 3 to 6. It doubled. So I look at red box. And I should know why it moved like this, but I'm doing more stuff for TradeView at the moment, but I'll go right here. RDEX. Stocks up. Why is this freaking thing up? Red box. Huge news. Prime brokers facing lawsuit. There it is right here. Brokers. Red box. Anybody's in the red box. Let's see. Every moving average has got the 50, the 20, and the 200 day, all within 50 cents of each other. So the red box, the high was 651, was it? No, the high 608. So red box for those active traders. I'm not in it. It's not my type of trade. It used to be, but it's not anymore. Now I'm looking to place long for, I'm looking for long. Like I said, I'm not looking to worry about dimes now. I'm looking to, this is a stalking week. So let red box go. Bravo to who has it. And, there's always another trade. Big deal. Next coin. Mara, by the way, after having a nice run, acting still well, basically doubled. You pulled back on low volume. Okay. Any other questions? Good point. That was a good point, G Money. Tight stop. Lewis, very good. Posting Lewis, very good. Okay, so let me look at it's breaking higher now. As I'm going to condense this a little bit because I actually do have an appointment. Moving up now. moving up now. Okay, as of time, as of Valero, Exxon, Chevron, EOG, Hess, Devon, Cop, all oils moving the last. So let me see what's here. Devon. Devon on the daily chart, ripping. Never went negative. The dip and rip. Listen, it did the dip. It went positive. It did the dip and rip. Chevron did the dip and rip. Got everybody out. Chevron went from 145. Poor people got stopped out there. And now it's positive with the oils. You know, cup and handle. It's got the 50-day. Probably goes to the 50-day. DBI. Breaking higher. No interest. Where's Newmont, you pig? No interest. General Motors. Moving up now. Halliburton break high. Slob had the earnings on Friday. Remember? There's the move. Halliburton going up. No interest off the bottom. Why am I interested in Newmont if I'm not interested in Halliburton? That's an enigma. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. What are they doing now? Buyback tracker. I'll post it later. Juniper bearish, Cisco bearish. So oils are going up and techs are going down. Oxy bullish. It's a grinder. Rose above the high. UNG. SU. I had it. What? I'm mad about that. Tony Pistachio, where are you? All right, any question, guys? Because this is a Monday. I'll leave it there. Tight stop, Lewis. Thanks for posting. You have anything going on here? Snap, nugget. Giddy up. All right, where we are. The spies. We're unchanged on the spies. Nice flag pattern. TQQQ, TNA, Twitter, Snap unchanged, win. Let me go through a couple of charts. Nevada holds the 8-day. AMD, same thing. AMD and Nevada mirroring themselves. The same chart. MU, GFS. This shouldn't have pulled back this much. Global Foundries, but it is going right here. GFS 4438. I don't know. JD acting well. No interest. SI, Coin, Freeport, SU, Bank of America, FAS, Citibank. All right, guys, listen, like I said, this is stalking weekend. You know what? It doesn't seem to be, I mean, there are moves. You know what? Another thing, let me post it here. I'll go to bar chart and let's look who has the range, because that's the only thing that I'm interested in today is range and volume on stalking week. Stocks, let's look at range change. Okay, what's got the greatest range on the day? Okay, red box, value added, costs, KOSS. That's a freaking, ooh, look at costs. That's a meme stock. So keep it in mind. Range and volume. So red box is 54 million in cost. PIK has a lot of volume. What has any decent volume with range that I'm interested in? WTI, that's crude. TEL, that's a little oil stock. Cliff, commodity. So let's look at average volume. What's going above its average volume? You know, let's look at more volume. This is another thing I look at. Volume leaders. No, let's look at the volume leaders. Let's look at percent changed, close. Come on, guys. All right, here's volume as opposed to average volume. So average volume. So this is, so obviously red boxes, the normal volume is 6 million, is doing 54. SIGA, more volume. IEA, a lot of volume. Normally does 54,000, the lowest squeeze. CMRX, that's a monkeypox. PIK, 10 times volume. No volume there, no volume there. ZY got taken over, a lot of volume. So I want volume and range. So I'll write what has a lot of volume, then I go to range. I put it all together, write it on a pad, maybe they go. All right, everyone, that's some of the methods. Sting earnings. That's a shipper, Sting. 50-day support. Sting calls. That's a shipper. Look at the chart on Sting. And why shouldn't there be calls going off? Look at this thing. Man, I had this thing cheap too. Let's look at the other ones. SB. SBLK. Let's go through shippers. EURN. So now I'm looking at shippers. EURN, not bad. That one would be considered. Weekly, the earn goes with the sting. What about the other one? What was that? Fro? SB bulk carriers. And what was the other one? Dry ships. Remember dry ships? All right, so sting. So they're going after shippers and oil. It's not really bullish for the short term. Although spies, as I go here live, just made a nice pop. What's going on here? They're thin today, huh? SPY 2 minute. I started the video at 11 o'clock, 394. SPY's moved up nicely. What's moving? Snap, Google, Amazon, nothing. All right, guys, I'll leave it at that. All right, any other questions or any questions? I'll leave it at there. Remember, it's stalking week for me. Anybody has any comments, complaints, or questions? I applaud all three and I accept all three. And like I said, it's stalking week. So don't, this is a pivot point. This is a time to use the pen and the notebook. You know what I mean? As you could see from my screen, there's a lot of mixed, even a lot of mixed stocks within their respective sectors. So let's write something down and have a plan. I'll see you back after lunch and trade well. It's a long